Oh snap, Glaze is going live.
Hey, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day. Hey, thank you for joining me. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I'm your host, the one they call Brian Glaze Gibbs. This is my story. This is my ministry. What I do is I talk about the good, I talk about the bad, I talk about the ugly. My objective is how do I share my life experience to try to stop these kids from losing their life, their freedom, to that penitentiary, to an early grave. You know what? I was once a problem. Now I'm seeking to be part of the solution. Today, what I'm going to talk about, I saw this interview on Hot Boxing, Mike Tyson with Wallo 267. Shout out Gilly the Kid. And right now is what I seen is they was going back and forth and talk about different things. And a lot of times when you got gentlemen, you got young gentlemen, I'm talking about middle-aged gentlemen. You got gentlemen, man, period. When they able to be vulnerable, when they able to express themselves as open-hearted and free as possible, but not putting their, that macho-ness into it. Folks, everybody have strength and everybody have weakness. And all of us have fear. We all have something that we're afraid of. Some people can admit it, some people won't. Some people act like I'm not afraid of anything. Guess what, folks? To me, I do not believe that. That's a bunch of crap. A lot of people want to put up that false image. I'm not afraid of anything. Every human being is afraid of something, whether you want to admit it or not. So it was kind of interesting. As they was going around, and Mike asked Wallo, okay? Mike asked him, Wallo, what is your biggest fear? And Wallo 267, right now, shout out to him, man. Like right now, I've been watching him for some years. Powerful, powerful brother, man. This guy came out doing 20 years, hit the pavement running. And that's what you have to do. You have to give credit when credit is due. Mike Tyson asked him a question, what you afraid of? And he said, you know what? He's afraid of dying by the hand of another black man. Wow. He's afraid of dying by the hands of another black man. To me, I thought that was so deep, so powerful. Because once again, chances are, the way we grew up in the Philly area, in the New York area, Chicago, Detroit, LA, all over. Right now is black on black crime is huge. And the difference is the chances of us dying by the hands of another black man is greater. Right now, we got a higher chance of dying from the hands of another black man than catching cancer, or having a massive stroke, or having a heart attack. And folks, that to me was deep. Because once again, when you sit back and think about it, why are we our own worst enemy? What are we afraid of? It's like we're afraid of each other. We're afraid to let each other live. We're afraid to help each other out. We're afraid to lend that helping hand. We're afraid to pull our brother and sister up when they're down. What are we afraid of? And when he say that, I just thought that was so deep, man. And that's the difference. What we have to do is learn how to stop hating one another. Stop killing one another. Stop destroying one another. That's what we need to do. So once again, when he say that his biggest fear is dying at the hand of another black man, I thought that was powerful. Right now, when it came to Mike, they asked Mike, what was his biggest fear? Mike said his biggest fear was being homeless. His biggest fear was going back to Brownsville and being homeless, like having nothing. Mike catching flashback. He's thinking about what it took for him to pull himself out of that ghetto, out of that jungle, out of that environment, that crime-infested environment, that doggy world. So he sit back and think about it. And when you overcome that type of odds, or you overcome that type of adversity, Who the heck want to go backwards? When you don't went through hell, why in the heck when you escape from hell, you want to go back to hell? I thought that was very deep because once again, I can relate to that. I can sit back and understand who the heck want to go backwards. Who the heck want to go back to Brownsville? Who the heck want to go back to East New York? Don't get me wrong. You got good section of Brownsville, good section of East New York, good section of everywhere. But the section that we're speaking about, the section that's still embedded in our mind, is the concrete jungle. Everything goes. People dying, left to right, of a violent death, of a drug overdose. People going to jail with life sentences, dying in there, never getting out. People are starving. People right now don't have no hope, no desire, no purpose. When you sit back and you look at it right now, some of these environments, not just New York, not just Brownsville, not just East New York, not just Bed-Stuy, it's so many different communities all over the world that they have broken community, that people quite don't get it. That once you escape, you don't ever want to go back. And only people that are really comfortable there, that are really, really, really comfortable there, is the people that never left there. They feel this is the only life there is. There's no other life. This is the only life they know. Until they get the opportunity to leave that concrete jungle, to go out there to other places and see, listen, man, here it is. It's life, man. It's beautiful out there. It's fresh air. It's the ocean. You know, look at that beautiful water. All that blueness, cleanness. Look at the sunshine. Look at right now is the land, the trees. What the heck can you see in the concrete jungle? Only thing you see is concrete. You see very little greenery. You see very little sunshine. You see very little smiles. You see very little happiness, joy. You don't see that. Only thing you see is sorrow. So once again, when that man said right now his biggest fear is being homeless, his biggest fear going back to Brownsville. Folks, I think that's deep. I think that's deep. And when you got these gentlemen, shout out to Mike Tyson, hot boxing. Hopefully I'll be on there soon. Come on, Mike. Give me that call. Wallo 267, Gilly the Kid. When you listen, and Gilly say he's afraid of dying. These are individuals able to sit with each other men's, not put their pride away and express their true feelings. Men don't do that. Everybody want to feel macho. I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of dying. I'm not afraid of this. I'm not afraid of this. We all have fear, man. We all have fear. We are human beings. We are human beings. Even right now, Mike Tyson, once considered to be one of the baddest men on the planet, I guarantee you, every time he went in that ring, despite he was trained, despite he was prepared to take somebody's head off, until that bell ring, until that first punch is thrown, guess what? It got to be that nervous energy. You know what I'm saying? You human. And you, regardless of how capable you think you are, you're a human. It's always that fear factor, folks. And it's nothing to be ashamed of to express that. It's nothing to be ashamed of to say, look, man, hey, look, I'm afraid of this. What's wrong with that? Right now, in order to be honest with anybody else, folks, we got to attempt to be honest with ourselves, man. Listen, folks, get your signed copy of the Brian Glaze Gibbs book, A True Story of Crack, Money, Murder, and Redemption. If I, the one they call Brian Glaze Gibbs, can change, anybody can change. You know why, folks? Change comes from within. Change comes from within. Hey, listen, anybody that you know, man, woman, that are suffering from high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high sugar, you know what I'm saying, high weight. Listen, get your Panoxol, natural additive that can help save your life, save your husband's life, save your father's life, save your grandfather's life, save your wife's life, save your grandmother's life. You know what? Save your sister's life, save your brother's life. Folks, listen, man, right now is knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. And what the sense of any of us have any positive, good information? What's the sense of us having it and we don't share with anybody? And we keep everything to ourselves. If we keep everything to ourselves, we're being selfish. Hey, listen, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, and like. hit that like button, subscribe to like. Peace, love, and prosperity. One love.
Yo, Glaze, what up? Just finished reading your book, Beyond Lucky, the Brian Glaze story. Crack, money, murder, and redemption. Great book from the beginning to the end. Folks, get the book. Get your signed copy. Awesome book, awesome story. Free cat, free pappy, free supreme, free the rest of the family. Peace, Glaze.
Have you checked your tire pressure today?
I don't have a flat.
Have you checked your blood pressure today?
No, I don't feel sick.